very powerful thing. It has the power to bring together people.
I don't believe that love can endure without a good sense of humor and quality time.
Giving someone support and knowing that you can, or like helping them out.
If I'm cuddling up with my mom in her bed and she's reading me a bedtime story, studying the gospel with him, cuddling up with him too.
Love is finding out what the other person's love language is and loving them in the way that they feel it most.
Love is a strong feeling that makes you feel happy and loved.
I think love is sacrifice and respecting the other person and their needs more than yourself. And not that what you need isn't important, but putting someone else first.
Love is being concerned about the other's well-being before your own.
Somebody is kind and nice to you.
Love really is seeing people how God sees them. And specifically with you guys, you've worked so hard in your marriage to really love and support each other. And that's pretty obvious to your children and your grandchildren, that you really care for each other, even though it's been super hard and you've really gone through a lot. You've been there for each other through the thick and the thin, and you've helped each other really come closer to our Savior, Jesus Christ. And I really look up to you guys, and I'm really grateful for your example.
By supporting me, like for an example, on a soccer team, if you lose the last game and you don't get the trophy, your friends can still support you and say, we still did good.
You tell them that you love them, spend your time with them, and make them part of your life. Give them your all. Make them really know that you care.
Play games to me.
Really trying to know the other person and to do things that I know would make them happy, and going out of my way to do those things, because when you love someone you want them to be happy.
Helping them, like if I go to their house and they need to do chores, I can help them finish them. When you're around that person, you feel a warm feeling and you know they're the right person.
After multiple dates, if you both really like each other, then you get engaged, and then you set a date for a marriage.
Coco.
You're gonna marry Coco?
Yeah.
If you find someone that you've been with for a long time, like dating, you pray and fast about it for a long time, you'll be able to receive an answer if it's the right person.
I would choose someone that's funny and witty and that takes the stuff that I throw out at them and whip it back to me.
If
I would probably just think he's really cute. You know, in my opinion, I always look for the hair first. And then I look at their nice smile and how cute they are.
You fall in love with someone, you need to pray, see what God says. Sometimes it takes a little bit, but he'll answer.
You just go out and find yourself a best friend. And when someone is really, really the best friend you could ever hope for, and you don't think there's anyone you could be a best friend to better than them, you decide to set that in stone and make that permanent.
In your 20s?
In my opinion, 25, 23.
25. When I'm back from my mission in college.
Like 20 or up.
18, 39.
make food. He gets me hugs.
They both love the gospel.
They both love me.
They both love each other. They both want to spend time with their grandkids.
They're both very kind and sweet, and
Both really nice. They're both parents.
they both love everyone they meet.
Well, I think what I would do is get ice cream, do something fun with them.
And go out to a restaurant or to the movies and get to know each other.
Eat treat.
There are a lot of different things that people do, like go out to dinner, go to the movies, go to a dance, go to like some amusement park or something.
They eat dinner and then go to a movie.
They talk about stuff, and usually it's going out for dinner. They would go out and eat at a restaurant and spend time with each other, talking to each other and other people and making friends. Eat that ice cream, eat that tape.
Maybe go and do something fun with each other.
When you're on a date.
When they're married.
When you're married, I don't know, good relationship with someone when you're like 18 or 19.
You do when you need to get married.
I think when you know that you really like them and that you want to be serious with them and they feel the same way.
When you've been dating them long enough and when you feel that it's right, like don't overstep your boundaries and don't push your luck.
When you're grown up and when you're getting married.
When you are deeply in love with them and you know that you're in love with them.
Or you can kiss your family when you're getting married. They think it's the right time for them and you think it's the right time for you.
I mean, I want to say like 16, but I know that's not right. Around 18.
You feel it's the right time and you ask the Lord and ask them.
When you're older than teenager, maybe? When you're old, like 17, and you love someone enough and they love you enough.
You know the person they're dating is the one.
I mean, be nice to them. Do a lot of things that they like.
I don't know, I'm stumped.
Put them before yourself, always. Make sure that you're doing what's best for them to always be happy.
You can't have a good relationship with someone if it's only like part-time to you. You need to be able to invest all your time in them and make them know you care about them.
You love them and be kind and do a lot of stuff they like.
Bring them flowers and ask them out on a date.
– 19 or 20 probably.
Come back to me.
I think Grandma was like maybe 20.
$26 years. Like 60, 65.
Maybe 1 year to 9 months.
How long they've been married?
Oh, 9. Married 51 years. 51 or 52.
Wait. Oh. 50.
at work.
State dance.
They just met each other somewhere.
At school.
No, I think dance too.
Like 5?
4.
4.
Lizzie, how many?
2.
How many boys did they have?
5.
Mesa. Like a year.
A year?
2 weeks. 3 weeks.
Like their best friend?
Well, you can usually sense an atmosphere of caring and love.
They laugh a lot with each other. They like to do childish things like climbing trees and swinging on swings, and people in love, it brings the youth back into them. Helps them forget maybe how hard life can be or how stressful it can be, even how boring it could sometimes be.
Kissing, or they act sweet and they flirt.
If they will do anything for each other, if they put the other before themselves, if they really support each other, and just if they're best friends.
To show that they love each other?
Because they love each other.
Holding hands is something that ugly guys invented because they needed to make sure that their wives or girlfriends didn't run away from them when they saw someone that was more attractive than them. So guy reaches for the girl's hand, and once she tries to take off, he's like, no, you're staying with me.
It's a way that they can be close without being gross.
Having a person that you really like and go up to them and say, I like your personality.
Happy, and it makes you feel special if they like give you any signs that they like you.
I wouldn't know. You always hear like love at first sight, but I don't really think that happens. I mean, like when I see a girl, I'm like, oh, she's cute. But probably in the future, I'll just be like, hey, you want to go on a date with me? I don't know. I'm not in that stage yet. You need to have humility. You need to be able to admit you're wrong, and you need to have patience with your spouse.
Well, I mean, I don't have experience with being married yet, but I think it would be better to be married. I think living with your best friend forever would kind of be awesome.
If everyone was single, then God's plan of salvation would not work, and none of us would get back to Him.
I think it's better to be married because then you can say it's me and my wife alone with our 15 cats, and that sounds so much better than it's me and my mom alone with 15 cats.
Two different people could be brought together by the same values, personalities, and ultimately like what they like.
Sacrifice a lot of things. You're just gonna need to sacrifice time. You're gonna need to sacrifice things that you want to do for what the others want to do.
A marriage is based off of trust. If you can't trust your wife, spouse, you can't build off each other, and that's how the family is destined to be.
Following the church commandments with your partner and staying true to what you both believe.
Don't tell your boyfriend / girlfriend you've been living alone with your cat for the last 20 years until you're engaged. Also, don't tell her that you haven't changed the litter box in that amount of time. Also, I'd recommend not taking them over to your house till you're engaged. Then she's locked in. No getting out of that.
That they probably like my personality, and that they like how I laugh and smile.
The phrase in itself is the explanation. Like, I care for you, I love you, I'll do anything for you.
Two people are married. Care.
You look at their left hand on their ring finger.
If they're like really kind to each other and they have rings, it's a grown-up and a girl and a boy together. I think that's how I know. She does, that's fun. Grandma and Grandpa make food for me. She gives me warm hugs and she makes yummy rolls. And he gives me hugs and shows me cool tricks.
Well, I would first say I'm sorry, and then hand them a tissue and give them a hug. If that doesn't work, you can give them some crappy chocolate. If that doesn't work, you can order them a pizza. Not the good kind, not of course. The like Little Caesars crappy $5 cardboard tasting pizza. And if that doesn't work, you should probably offer to change that cat litter. You know, you've been married for 5 years, that's like 25 years of it just piling up. Anyways.
One shot.
Marriage is when two people decide that they are the ones that they want to experience everything with. They're the ones that they want to go through their best experiences with and their worst experiences with. There's no one else who they would rather share the best times and the worst times, share raising children with, share raising grandchildren with. It's when two people decide there's no one else that they want to do all of that with, and they decide to be married.
Happy anniversary, Grandma and Grandpa, and I love you.
I love you, Grandma and Grandpa. I love you, Grandma and Grandpa. He's all good at phone.
I love you so much, Grandma and Grandpa. Thanks for all you do for me. Happy anniversary.
Grandma and Grandpa, you two have some of the greatest hearts that I've ever known and will probably ever know. So thank you very much for everything you do for me in my life, and I love you so very much, and happy anniversary.
I love you, Grandma and Grandpa.
Happy anniversary, Grandma and Grandpa.
Anniversary, Grandma and Grandpa. We love you guys. Love you. Mwah.
I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great anniversary, and I hope that we can continue to visit often and be with you as you guys watch us grow up. Love you.
I love you, Grandma and Grandpa.
I love you so much, Grandma and Grandpa. Happy 53rd anniversary.
Okay, Jack. What is love?
Okay, Jack. What is love?
Okay, no, you answer it.
It's someone that you marry.
I don't see any red eyes. Don't make them red.